Hi, you guys. So I wanted to come on and talk about this lawsuit that Larry Reid has filed against one of his accusers. Now, Darryl Reid, excuse me, Darryl Moore, not Darryl Reid. Darryl Moore, he is also speaking on this, and Conscious TV is speaking on it as well. So it's kind of hard for me to tell which accuser we're talking about. According to Darryl Reid, it is accuser number one. And I also believe this is the person that Bishop Whitehead was interviewing. If you guys know for sure, let me know, because I don't recall Bishop Whitehead asking him to put his name out there. So now that we have a name, I'm not real sure which one it is. I know that there were two people, to my understanding, that was saying that they were under age, as in under 18. Um, but Darryl Moore is saying this is the first accuser. And you guys understand just from um, past incidents and situations with this conversation, Darryl Moore interviewed these individuals more than one person. So he is probably familiar with everyone involved so far. Because I think it's three. I think there's allegedly three different accusers. So Larry Reid has filed a lawsuit against La Vontre. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Levontre Andrews, and he is suing him for defamation. He is accusing him of defaming him, and we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Now, Darryl Moore is saying that his name is also involved in this, and so he will make an appearance during this court case as well. I'm assuming. Now, it might. I was thinking it might be a situation where they will settle in mediation. I don't know, but we'll wait and see. I'm sure it's going to take months before they get a court date. I doubt they're going to get a court date anytime soon. Probably not even we only have a few more weeks left in this year. Um, what do you guys think about all of this? Now, I see a lot of people creating commentary around the fact that Larry do not talk about this himself. And if he is, he's probably doing it on some other platform that, most probably people who know him on YouTube don't really follow, because I don't follow these people on all they social media platforms. But to my understanding, he is not speaking on this, and the person that is speaking is Conscious TV, and Conscious TV, created a video, I believe, yesterday or the day before, and he's saying that Larry is filing the defamation suit, and so he was going over how he feels that Lavontre is not being honest about his relationship with Larry Reid. He's saying that if he was allegedly a victim in 2007, he was carrying on conversations as a friend of Larry, congratulating Larry's family over the years since then. Now, in any other situation, people would say not to victim shame, right? But I guess because we're in the world of YouTube, everything is whatever. Um, but yeah, he's trying to say the person is not. We don't know. Just because he continued a friendship with Larry and this Shamarko person, because to my understanding, Shamarko, whoever that is also somehow attached to the situation. They were co-ministers of some church in North Carolina, and I believe it was Larry's church. However, Vontre's mother went to Shamarko and asked if he could assist with her son, allegedly. This is all allegedly. And so this is how the little boy was around Shamarko and Larry Reid, allegedly. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what's true and what's not, and that's what I would maintain. And I don't think that people should victim shame, and I don't think that you can say simply because he continued to communicate with Larry or and Shamarko that that means he was not victimized. It do not mean that, and anybody will tell you that. It kind of reminds me of the Constance. What's her last name? The Constance lady in the Bill Cosby situation, the one they actually put him in jail behind. She also continued on a friendship with Bill Cosby, her and her family. So that does not necessarily mean anything where this case is concerned. But I get what he's trying to say. If you can look at the way he was posting on Facebook, congratulating Larry and his family on certain, in certain situations, and taking pictures with Shamarko in 2017 or somewhere around there, 16, 17. If you go over to Consciouz TV, you will see the video that he put together, and he, has all the dates and stuff. He's pulling his receipts, but like I said, that still really do not mean that what this young man is saying did not happen. Um, but the fact that Larry is filing a defamation suit, hopefully there is something that it's there that he can show that these things did not happen. Or maybe he feel like this person do not have evidence himself to prove that he did anything to him, and maybe that's what it is. Um, and like I said, to my understanding, Darryl Moore is saying that his name is also in the paperwork. So he's saying that he will probably have to make a court appearance. And I believe this is because he interviewed this individual as well as the other two. Now, I'm not sure if this is the same person that Bishop Whitehead was talking to. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. But I'm assuming that it is, just based on the story about going into the house, and that he was 15, 16 years of age, somewhere in there. Even though Conscious TV is saying that this individual is 17, I don't know. I'm not holding all of the stuff in front of me to sit here and start calculating what date the person went in the house and when they turned 17, and if they were 16. I don't know. All of these things the court will handle the evidence, right, that's put in front of them. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Larry Reid has definitely been extremely quiet. He definitely jumped right off of Bishop Whitehead, right? He's not saying too much about Tasha K as well. I don't think that I've seen him say too much about anything outside of the stories from within the church. Um, so yeah, then I also kind of get the feeling he and King Jives are trying to distance themselves from each other as well, because it seemed like King Jives got a little irritated that his name was brought up in one of Larry Reid's lives with his bishop of the church that Larry Reid goes to. What's his name? Bernard Jordan. I was watching some of that, and it was a good conversation. Um, I still need to go back and get this scripture that he was, because I've never heard that in all my life, when he was trying to say about the two Adams. And you know, I and we understand the Bible is open for interpretation, and people have their own interpretations of scriptures, and so it is what it is. But I've never heard that. But I wanted to read it within the Bible for myself. Um, because I feel like he is just interpreting it that way, because when he said, God said they are Adam, because the woman was made of Adam, right? You know, we are technically um, a part of man, right? So I think that's how I would have taken what the scripture. I don't know, but I would have to see it for myself because I've never read that. I've never had anyone preach that. I've never in any Bible study had anyone reference that in that way. So, but yeah, other than that, the conversation was really, it was pretty good. I think it was called The Culture in the Church and something else because, and some of the stuff he was saying, I do agree with it. The Bishop Jordan, I agree with him. I wholeheartedly, especially stuff concerning the black church, right? Because there was some conversation where that wasn't necessarily about the Bible, and they kept making that clear. We're not talking biblical. We're talking our community, and so it was a very good conversation, and Larry should host more conversations like that instead of all the messy stuff, right? I'm just saying. Um, but that's just my opinion. He could do whatever he want to do. That's his right, with his platform. But it's just the whole thing for me, like people using God to cover up other stuff. That's, you know, when you start getting that feel, it's a lot. And I also notice how they're always dressed alike. At least the last couple of times that I've seen them, they have on matching outfits, and that's just because that's your mentor. Don't mean you need to walk around with the same colors on and glasses and all that stuff. But it is what it is. Um, so yeah, but he doesn't. I haven't heard him talk about Bishop Whitehead. I haven't heard him talk about Tasha K. Since Darryl Moore reappeared, I guess resurfaced. But well, I'm not saying Darryl Moore because Darryl Moore is saying that he did not give Tasha K and Bishop Whitehead any of this information, that they got it however they got it. Um, and he's not sure. Um, and then of course Bishop Whitehead reached out to the alleged victims on his own, and I believe he said that on his in his in his video. But because he initiated all of this, I guess, with hosting these interviews in the very beginning, this is probably why Larry is making a connection with Darryl Moore. Um, Let me know what y'all think about all of this, because to me, this is a very serious situation, um, and allegations, right? To me, that's not something that I look at as something people should just walk past. Um, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about all of this in the comments. Let me know if you guys were watching Conscious TV's video. And I believe it's titled Larry Reid Files Lawsuit. And then Darryl Moore and his co-host, I don't know the guy's name. They also went live and they were going over the paperwork that Levante received. Well, Darryl Moore received it as well because he is listed in this lawsuit for defamation. And he said this time he wants to go to court. He's not interested in settling, but we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Now, speaking of Larry Reid, and one other thing, and then I'm gonna get off of here. And I also want to let you guys know I'm going to be on this channel when I am online from now on, and probably until I can get some new equipment and stuff. And I also have something going with YouTube, so I'm not going to be on that other channel until they come back with some type of tell and let me know what's going on. Um, so I'll probably come to this channel when I do come, and it's probably going to be rare, and you might not hear from me until next year. I don't know, because I definitely, when I was trying to record a video, I was trying to record this, and my audio is not working. So it's probably just time for me to get some new stuff. So I don't know. I have to wait around and see what's going to happen with that and with that other channel. So I'm just trying to get this channel up. So please like and subscribe to this channel as well. And I think that if you are subscribed to both of them, then you will see the videos as they're coming, which regardless of which channel I'm on. Um, but yeah, I think I was going to say about Larry Reid. Speaking of donations, um, you know, a lot of people. There was a lot of talk after Armand kind of got into it with Jason. You know, he sort of finally said something to Jason about his treatment in the media, press, whatever you want to call it, about him speaking on Tiffany Haddish. And so Armand finally kind of said some things to Jason, and a lot of us were in the comments, a lot of YouTubers, and Larry Reid was in the comments, and he donated $500 to him. Now, I was watching another one of Armand's lives that had absolutely nothing to do with Jason. And Larry appeared and donated as well. And so some people are just kind of wondering why he's giving him these large sums of money. Um, or even if you don't feel like it's a large sum of money, why is he giving him money? Period. And why is he doing it publicly? Because he could, he knows Armand personally. He could send Armand this money on the back end, on in private. Hey man, I just wanted to get your cash app so I can give you a few dollars. Because if he's live, then he's live on there. You're giving it to him as a super chat, which is going through YouTube. And so you're kind of making it public and making it known that you're giving him this money, right? You guys get what I'm saying? And so people are kind of just questioning why he's doing that, like that. I don't know. Some people feel like one of the other YouTubers that I'm not even gonna say the person's name, they were saying they feel like maybe he's paying him for putting the results out here for him. Maybe he's paying him for some things that he's gonna ask him to do later on. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. But I did notice that because I wasn't that live when Armand was live. A lot of people were in the live, and I saw the $500 go up from Larry Reid as well. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. You know, I do agree with the young lady that was in that other person's live that I'm not even going to name again. I think Wiley and I think Armand should stay out of this because that's not something they really should put on their brands. Um, they were not there in 2007. They don't know this individual, so they don't really know what's true and what's not, just like I don't. And so it's probably best to let that play out with the people who are involved in it. Because you don't, like the lady was saying, you don't want to make it look like you're taking a side in that. And if we were in this world of Me Too out here, and if this individual was a woman, I question if people would speak up more, because it is victim shaming to not allow this person to go through the court system to put their story out here and let things go through the legal system, without bad mouthing a person, saying they're lying or calling them out because of this, that, and the other. That's, if you were not there, then you just like myself, you don't have any knowledge of what happened. And so we need to be respectful in that way, because that could be anybody's daughter, anybody's son. Um, Let me know what y'all think about all of this. Do you think Wiley, I think I might have talked about that already before, Wiley and Armand shouldn't even get involved in whatever Larry got going on like that. Um, and then I also learned that, yeah, I think I said that, I thought that he spoke on Tasha K's legal situation, and he did. He spoke with the lead attorney. And you guys know the lead attorney and Tasha K were having words or whatever already, even before all the Cardi B stuff took, the court case really took off. And so for Larry Reid to go on his platform and to kind of say certain things. And somebody was playing the audio, and I don't remember who was playing the audio now. I think it was King Payne or one of these YouTubers of Larry on the lead attorney's channel. And so yeah, he was, and he like, it's kind of how he put that stuff out there about Carry On Franklin. Like, that's not okay for you to put stuff in the air because it's already in the air. Like, a lot of stuff that's going on in the media, we're all not getting it like that. So for somebody that, who have such a huge platform to go, and even the lead attorney has a huge platform, for you to go and put that in the air and say all this stuff without the all of it to make it make sense was not okay. Oh, he was driving around in a dead woman's car, and he bought the car from the lady before she was killed, and all this stuff. And then, he was kind of saying, Tasha, I already tell these YouTubers, don't say stuff about people. If you're gonna do it, add a lie in there. And it's something it was the way he was saying it, as in to say that he felt like Tasha was guilty. Okay, and I think that's kind of what pissed her off. And it's okay when you playing around with people, on here, and y'all going back and forth, and it's really about nothing. But when somebody's money is on the line, somebody's freedom is on the line, that's not for play to me. And that's just my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments. You know, like I said, Larry Reid is messy on some different kind of levels, and so I question this whole ministry thing, and that's just my opinion. But we're all entitled to a relationship with God, so please don't take nothing that I say out of context. Um, but it's just, the way he do some of that stuff. Like, I agree with Tasha, that wasn't funny for him to do that and then call yourself. I'm not her friend, so anything I say, it should not. It's gonna run off of her because she don't know me. But you're sitting in the same city with her. You probably have spent time with her. You had a relationship with her. It's not okay for you to sit out there and do that like that. And then you're talking to somebody that she wasn't even getting along with, right? So I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get why people do the stuff they do. But I digress. Let me know what y'all think about all of this in the comments. Do you guys get what I'm saying about if this victim was a woman, people probably would have a little bit more to say as far as victim shaming. And people. I think that Conscious TV need to be very careful at the way he's handling this conversation, because you don't get to say what happened unless you was there, and that's just how I feel about that. Um, Anyway, let me know what y'all think, and I will see you in the next video.